Hello.
Hello.
How is
Evening.
everyone? Welcome.
Hello. Good
Um,
morning, good afternoon, good evening.
welcome from where are we? Oh, I think it's written down the corner there. We're from Australia. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Melbourne.
I'm from Adelaide.
You're from Adelaide.
And
We can't help
there you
that.
go, Mandy. Welcome,
Hey, Mandy.
welcome. Okay, I better share us out.
I've done my sharing. I know that everybody else will start sharing now. Yeah.
Told them just enough, or did you overshare?
No, I don't overshare. I don't overshare. But I know that everyone's going to share, so yeah.
Yep.
They'll share it to the same group.
I'm just sharing now.
You share out.
Oh, yeah, I will share out. So how's your day been, Mandy? You had a good day?
Yeah, I will share out.
How is everyone? People just starting to come in now. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome. Now, as the title says, more than a reading show.
It is. It's yeah. How much more? That depends on you. People, but just waiting for people to get it. So, what's the weather like in Melbourne today?
Yeah, wet, cold west. Melbourne weather.
Hello, Sister Kirsty. How are you today, Kirsty? You rocking and rolling? I'm just sharing this out.
And I'm finding where we are.
Don't know any of these groups. Should just share them anyway.
No, I still get notifications for this, which is always interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if they've redone something and they've redone all the notifications, anything like that.
Well, they must have, because I know that people have been posting Spiritual Oz, and I don't get to the notification until 2 days later.
Okay. That'd be a bit of a pain in the butt, wouldn't it?
I've been missing, because there are those who are posting their lives, and I do miss them, and that is out of my hands at this moment, because I don't even know. I go in there to look, there's nothing there, and then I get a notification that it's 2 days later, 2 days earlier, that someone had posted in there.
Okay. Oh my God, there's a cat. There's that cat. A cat reading a. Here we got. G'day, Stephanie San. How you going?
Where are you? I can't find you at this moment. So.
I'm trying to share out, but I can't get into. Let's see. Try to focus. Where's it? Ah, there we go. Just do it the slightly wrong way, and it doesn't let me share out into the proper groups. So I'm slowly working that out.
Thank you, Mandy.
Hey, Amanda. So, people, you know the drill. You know the deal on this show. You have to come on the show to get a reading, but you get more than a reading because that's how we roll. Okay. I'm sharing.
Hi, Christelle. Christelle, we do have time for a reading, but this is what it's more than a reading show. To get a reading, you require to come onto the show. We are readings here. Well, Brooke does the readings, and I do something completely different. So it is more than a reading show. You have to get out of your comfort zone and come live on the show itself, and we'll get into some in-depth. See what where you are at this point in time in your life.
Absolutely. And feel free to donate to pay it forward for a reading, or donate for a reading for yourself. We do accept donations, exchange of energies. Okay, how do I get into that?
Hey, you have to be yourself. So if that's who you are in your hoodie and looking tired, hey, who knows, by the time you come off, you might not be tired. You'll still be in your hoodie, though.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do my hair today, so I'm wearing a beanie. So there you go, people.
So to join us, click on the links that our lovely manager is posting in there. So click on the StreamYard link and that'll guide you into the show.
It will. And what a show it is, especially if you're on. I'd be like, yeah. Like, man, how good is this show? I'm on the show. Okay. What is that? Is it me or is Facebook being a wally? It's always been a wally.
It's been a wally.
Ah, yeah. Let's make it easier for them to harvest all our information.
Yeah, so I just got the notification right now.
Okay.
It just goes to show, you know, we've been on, what, 5 minutes, I think it is already.
Oh, just as well we... That's it. Just as well we went like a 6-minute show, people would they just tune in for the last, just for the, we'd have to make the last minute the good minute.
Mm-hmm.
So lovely people. You know, could get some cards out. So look at the Schumann frequency going nuts. It was going.
It's disappeared. It's gone on blackout.
It disappeared. Yeah, let's hope it. If it stops altogether, we're going to lose cohesion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of energy that's you know, it depends on which angle you want to look at it. It's either energy is coming down or coming in or coming out. I don't know which way to state it. There's a lot of energy at this moment. There's a lot of frequencies that are they're doing a lot to the physical body. So it's more, it is a very physical energy itself. A lot of people will be feeling uncertainties. They'll be feeling tired. That's one of them as well. So if you're feeling tired, my advice to you is just, if you can, of course, but because it can hit you at any time. It's not that it's going to hit you during the night, or it can hit you during the day. It can hit you while you're out and about, and you just feel automatically tired. A lot of stuff that everyone's going to have to start looking at themselves for who they are. What are you holding on to? It's going to bring it to the surface, and you're going to have to deal with it. And if you're not dealing with it, it's just going to create a lot of mind stuff for you as well. But that's why at this moment there's no Schumann frequency being shown, because the amount of energy that's coming through, they wouldn't be able to explain it. So we'll be in a blackout or lack of frequency. So it works both ways.
Yeah. So who have we got here who would like a reading? Well, Crystal, Lalaraf, you haven't come on yet. Christella, if you would like a reading, people, you must come on this show. You must move past your comfort zones and come onto this show. Love guests only. Yep. Yeah, there's plenty of other shows where you can just share out and I'll give you a free reading, tell you when your boyfriend's coming back. We're not one of these shows.
And don't ask if your boyfriend's coming back. Don't ask me if you don't just You want to know about yourself? That's why you're coming here.
That's
Know about
it.
yourself. What's happening now, real time. If you want to know about tomorrow, I'll tell you when tomorrow comes.
Yeah. And then I'll look into my crystal ball and go, yep. Find out when tomorrow comes. What?
Did you get a crystal ball?
I've had this for a while.
Okay.
I've had this for ages.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah. It's not actual crystal.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Imagine to get like a quartz like that, a clear quartz.
I know. I think Mandy, you had one. You showed or you took a photo of one, $2,500 for a crystal, quartz crystal, but it was not clear. A clear one would be great. I think that's a few thousand. That was a big one though. It was probably 3 times the size of what you're holding there.
Yep. So that would have been like a 3-4 kilo one.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. We have a guest. Welcome, Crystal. G'day, how you going?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Where are you from, Crystal?
Sydney.
Sydney, lovely.
Yeah, I've been there once.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, once upon a time. Didn't go far. Just sort of headed to the city.
Yeah.
Been there a few times. Crystal, can I ask you to just focus on your heart chakra, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Brooke will start. I'm just going to do what I do.
Crystal, manifestation at the moment. Okay. It feels like it's all about the what reality would you wish to manifest? Because at the moment I'm getting that with whatever's going around, it feels like you're getting overwhelmed in the 3D. It feels like everything's focused on what's going around. This is happening, that's happening. What do I do about this? What do I do about this? And I've just got this massive thing of overthinking. The problem is when we feed energy to all the issue. I mean, sometimes we've got to work stuff out. But when there's things that we can't change, giving it energy is a waste of our energy. And we have to focus on what we are able to change. But regardless of what's going on, is what happens is we go round and round and round inside our heads, and we play out all these scenarios based on what the I am, the ego is telling us. And what we end up doing is we end up using that to create our reality. So this is all about what reality you're creating at the moment, because where your focus is, it's got you all over the place. The first card I've got for you is the White Witch. I've got 3 cards for you. They're all inverted. They're all the struggle at the moment. It's be the light, stand your ground, see beyond your current situation. The thing about the White Witch is when this card comes up and it says be the light, what it's talking about is instead of going into that stress mode and going down to something like, I mean, we're going to deal with things on the 3rd dimensional level, but at the same time, when we just focus on, the positivity, or we basically, what we do is we play the multi-dimensional game. instead of just playing the 3D game. So basically what we do is we have to rise up in our thought process, in our positivity, all of that, we rise up. And as we rise up, this is what you'll find with people around us. As we rise in vibration, anything around us, there's three things that can happen. One, it'll raise with us. Two, it'll fall away. Three, it'll try to pull us back down. And these are the three choices that you're faced with at the moment. But with this card, the white witch be the light. This is saying, this is saying, take high ground. Take high ground. This is all about you getting into that mindset game, because the mindset game that you've got at the moment is just going to be a struggle. It's going to drain you down, and then you have chances of creating these negative, well, not negative, just the outcomes that you don't want.
Yeah, it's really funny you say that. Someone was just telling me to watch The Secret.
Yeah.
It's just weird that you said that. So.
Okay. Is that The Cosmic Secret? Or is it just a movie?
So, you know, the movie The Secret, I don't know, the putting out into the universe and then like getting it back in.
No, I haven't seen it, but it sounds all right. But at the moment it's for you. It's all responsibilities on you, as far as is this shift is all up to you. You're in the driver's seat. So you're being asked now, you're like, the card, be bold and make the first move. This is saying it's on you. We have to take accountability for everything, and it's not the people go into the blame game, or this happened, that happened. It's not about the blame game. It's just, this is the only interface that we have with the universe, is to be accountable for everything. So instead of waiting, like some people will go, hey, I'll wait for, my God's going to help me with this, and that person's going to have an upload for this. And it's not about that. It's about you going, okay, I got a job to do. I got to shift this. How do I shift it? And getting down to business, getting down to the business end. Because at the end of the day, we're the interface. It's our experience, and it's all upon us. So at the moment, look, your action card's the wise one. This is inverted, grow within your current situation. So there's always a lesson. There's always something to be learned. And sometimes we got to give thanks for these shitty situations, because they're there to bring up, to show us stuff. Now, what happens if we don't learn the lesson, or we don't see it, or we ignore what we're seeing, is we still end up at that frequency that attracted that lesson to start with. So it's not so much. So either way you look at it, you're going to get the lesson again. We keep going through the same stuff. We keep going through the same stuff until we nip it in the butt and we go, okay, wait a second, this is telling me this. I went about it this way. What can I do? It's all about you going, hey, look, what's the pattern here? What's the pattern that I'm not seeing? What pattern do I need to learn? How do I need to go about this? Which all these answers are within you. They're always within you. It's just getting the clarity. It's just about getting the clarity so we can see it, or getting out ahead enough so the answer's already there. But when our head's full of stuff, it makes it very hard to see.
What about with like situations that I can't control?
What you do is the situations you can't control, you let go of them.
Yeah. Well, okay. So my dilemma is my 11-year-old has been taken by her dad and his missus, and they want to move 6 hours away and have her full time. But I raised her for 8 years, and then he got the missus. Anyway, so now they're going for full custody and trying to take her away from me. And I have 2 other little kids. So I just feel like I'm like kind of stuck, and it's kind of like something I can't control. Yeah. Or I don't know how I would control. I don't know.
Well, everything happens for a reason. There's a lesson in everything.
Yes, life lessons. I know.
It's life lessons. So, but what you don't want to do is you want to go, okay, what is there anything I can do?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to make the situation better? There's always something you can do. But what you have to focus, you can't sit there going, what do I do? 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 You just got to just bring yourself, you're just going to stress out.
Yeah.
And just know that everything happens for a reason. There might be a lesson for them to learn. for where they're going. There might be experience for them to have. We don't know this, but you need to do what's in your best ability to do what you can from your end.
Yeah.
But to sit there, I know this is a hard situation. This is an awkward situation, but you have to do the best you can. But at the moment, look, underneath the wise one, I've got the shaman card, trust in higher forces, and that's just retelling me what I said about, there could be an experience. It's up, they're 11. As much as we love our kids and we want to be around them, these things happen.
Yeah.
And the worst thing we can do is crawl ourselves into a ball and stress out and go and fall apart, because you have little eyes everywhere looking at, that you're setting an example for. I mean, that's what we can do. All we can do with our kids at the end of the day is set an example and show them an example of what to do, and be that role model. Be someone who they can see a positive person working out the tools of life and using them to their advantage. What they do with those tools is up to them. But that's all we can do. But at the moment, I got the knight. Be brave and be honest. Okay, this is inverted. This is the tricky card, because this is talking about going within yourself and being brutally honest, which most people, 99.999% of people, won't do this in their lifetime. They go, it's nothing to worry about. Yeah, I'm just like that. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to really look deep down inside to see. It's basically seeing patterns, looking for patterns, saying, okay, what patterns am I continually making that the wise one has come along to say grow within my current situation? What patterns am I not seeing that the wise one's seeing?
Yeah.
Okay. And then as we start to sort these things out, things come good. Then you'll be ready for another reading, maybe, on the situation. But there's work to do. There's work to do. There's a shift that you need to make here.
Yeah, I think I'm just being impatient, really. But I get you.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, everyone wants a reading to have the cards that they want to hear. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. It's going to fix. Yeah, it'll be fixed tomorrow.
Tell me everything's going to be okay.
Everything's going to be okay, and I go back to doing what I wasn't doing before that made that happen in the first place. But that's not reality.
No.
That's a false reality, and we're here to snap people out of false reality so they can get down to the the nitty gritty and the meat of what's really happening, because they're the real tools. So we can grow. Yeah. Okay, and I'll get you. I've got one last card.
Oh, okay.
Message from the guides cards. It'll probably say something just totally left field, but don't worry about that. And the card is be yourself, but it's inverted. So this is talking about putting on that show. You know what I mean? Don't put on the show for people. Keep it real and be yourself.
Yeah.
And you'll find then people know exactly where we stand, and it just makes a life easier, because people are just so worried about what other people think, how to go about this, what are they going to say about this? Oh, how's it going to? Yeah, we got to get out of that crap.
Yeah.
Just keep it real, because when we keep it real and be ourselves, everyone knows where they stand, and they just know where you stand. I hope that's helped you.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Thanks, Stathi.
I'm not done with you.
Yeah, he's not done with you.
I haven't started. Okay, so it's going to be interesting as well. Okay, what I'd like to do is bring your focus. Hello, beautiful. Hi. How are you?
Cheeky. She loves phones. Sorry.
That's
Want
okay.
to go watch a movie?
Okay. I want you to bring your focus back to your heart chakra. And this is going to be difficult with the little one around, but I want you to focus on yourself at this moment. I want you to take a deep breath, and to your count of 3, release it. Okay. There is all I keep picking up from you while Brooke's talking, I focus. There is a heaviness. I'm aware of it now, but there is this heaviness that's all around you. You're holding a lot and you're trying to do so much at this moment. Wasn't certain what it was. The one thing that I wanted to say was it's as though there's eyes on you at this moment. So someone's constantly watching you, and it feels like someone's watching to see what you're going to be doing. You have a plan. There is something that you are doing now, again, I would have preferred not to know it, but based on what I do and what I did here, you do have a plan and you are doing certain things for the situation that you're in. Now, my focus isn't on that itself. What I focus on is what you yourself are feeling within. And your focus is too much on the outcome. You're aiming to control the outcome itself. As Brooke mentioned, everything does happen for a reason. And there is certain things that both of you, and this is actually more than just the two of you, but the adults involved, there's a lesson for all of you in this. Now, no one can change your thoughts except for yourself, and no one can change their thoughts except for themselves. We are the ones that do that for ourselves. Now, I'm not certain because I don't feel. Are you aware of the chakras throughout the body?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that your chakras are all over the place because the one thing that I keep picking up is I'm constantly coming up towards, well, broken heart. It's very strong. It's what you're going through. Your heart is not in its place. It's closed off. You're not really open enough to receive. Now, it's receiving the energy that is very beneficial to you at this moment, but because of the situation, it's and it's not something that we do consciously, by the way. This is subconscious. You're protecting yourself. So that protection that because the hurts that you're going through, that's put a shield around your heart chakra. Now, because of that, there's a lot of stress that's up towards your throat because you can't actually speak about what you want to say. And you're preventing yourself from talking a lot. And you have to, and I feel that you've been advised not to say certain things as well. This comes from, Okay, so that advice is very, it's good advice at this point in time as well. What I'm going to ask you to do, and this is something you can do consciously and be aware that you're actually doing it. Instead of focusing on the negative outcome, focus on the positive outcome. Focus on how you want to see things unfold. We speak about manifesting situations. We can manifest a positive outcome. Now, be reasonable with what you're focusing on, though. Be reasonable on how you see the situation. In the sense of, it's we're speaking about a living being, a child that requires both sides of the party to be exactly who they require to be. So be reasonable with how you actually see this and how you visualize it. Be honest with yourself, be true to yourself of what you're after and how it's going to benefit the party involved. Now, for myself, it's more about the focus that you have and where you are at this moment. Now, because your heart chakra is also closed off, it's causing a lot of stress lower part of your body. Feels like your solar plexus is, well, there's it's more like a swelling that I'm picking up. Doesn't mean it's a swelling, but there's pressure around the from your belly downwards. It just feels like there's a lot of pressure around that area. It feels like there's I'm feeling ungrounded, and that makes a lot of sense to me based on what I have heard. You're not in the present. You're constantly thinking about the situation itself, which is keeping you in your mind. The more you're in here, you're not going to be in the present moment. And it is very advisable to be in the present moment, being grounded, being where you are right this moment, accepting. Now, this is the hardest part, to accept the situation for what it is as it is right now, acknowledging that what has occurred is exactly how it's supposed to occur. Accepting it and being grateful for where you are at this moment. Now, what that actually does is allow the moment to remove itself so the next moment can be presented. So if you're constantly focusing on what has occurred, you're not going to be able to see what is coming or what is in front of you right this moment, which is constantly changing. Don't think too much on how it's going to unfold, or if this happens, this could possibly happen. That's just going to send you into your mind and all over the place. It just creates more negative.
It won't change
thoughts.
anything either. It'll just make me crazy.
No, it's not that it won't change. What actually will occur is that because we want it to be in a particular way, we miss what it is. We won't see what it actually is, because we'll be disappointed as well. That's the other thing that does occur. The disappointment occurs most of the time because we're constantly presuming or focusing on a particular situation and how we want it to unfold. We miss what is actually unfolding. And by seeing it and accepting it for what it is, we can deal with it. But when something comes along and we say, "Oh, it should have been like this," okay, the focus on how it should have been is what we're constantly focusing on. So we miss on what it is that we can deal with. So we sort of get thrown backwards from that aspect of it. Take time for yourself without thinking about the situation. Deal with whom you're dealing with based on the situation, and let others that are doing what they need to be doing to advise you on how things are unfolding. And you can deal with it as you are informed. But if you keep thinking about it, and that's going to be more important for you to not think too much about that situation, because your body itself is going to stress out a lot.
Yeah.
Let them do what they need to do. And as they advise you, you can make the decisions at that moment. But if you're going to constantly keep thinking, that's all it's going to be. It's just this disappointment aspect of it. Now, as you start taking more time out for yourself and start grounding yourself and being in the present moment, open your heart. There are those around you who want you with your open heart. You've got a little one right there that requires the open heart. You'll find that you're going to stress less as well, and that happiness will come back to you. And also that tiredness that you're constantly feeling, that's because you're overthinking things as well. Don't overthink it. Now, I'm not going to tell you it's going to be fine. I'm not going to tell you it's not going to be fine. I'm not going in that direction. I'm just telling you that you need to take care of yourself. And when you take care of yourself, you'll see things unfold the way that they are unfolding, not how you presume they're going to unfold. And you'll be able to handle it a lot easier than the disappointments that could possibly come with thinking it should or shouldn't be in a particular way. And keep your heart up and that chakra open. Now, the other thing I'm going to mention to you is, do you use sage? Do you use sage? You know what sage is? Cleansing?
I've got a sage stick in my thing I've had for like a year and a half.
Okay. I'm going to advise that you burn that and sage your space. Clear all those negative thoughts that you have within your mind. Don't think negative about anyone or anything. Okay? It doesn't matter, because you're just pulling in a lot of negativity. Don't think negative, think positive. Everyone's doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing right this moment. And you can change your way of seeing it. Doesn't matter about the others. It's more important that you do that for yourself. Sage your space. And when I say your space, your room, sage yourself. And if you don't know how to sage, you pretty much light it up, let it burn, smoke out, and just run around your body. You know what the aura is? Cleanse your aura. Cleanse the space. Cleanse the little ones. I don't need it. She's fine. But yourself, she's fine. She's actually got a beautiful energy as well.
Yeah.
Cleanse your space and cleanse yourself. You need to do a lot of cleansing and a lot of clearing and get out of that negative thinking. Start thinking more positive. Okay, that negative is just causing stress throughout your body, and you'll start to feel more awake and not as tired as you're feeling. Now, do know why you're tired. Aware of that tiredness itself. It's the overthinking that you're doing as well. And yes, the little ones are always going to take your time.
Mental tired, yeah, I get it.
It is a mental tiredness, yes. But it's more your body at this moment that is feeling the stress. Your chakras are out, and that is going to only come back into alignment when your heart starts opening up. Because you have been in that good space before. Remember it. When you were in that real happy, joyful space, go back to that space. And you'll start to notice that the energy around you will also change as well. And as your energy changes, as you bring in the positive and positive thinking, positive comes. Like attracts like. If you think negative, you get negative. If you think positive, you get positive.
Okay.
I hope that's assisted you.
It did. Thank you so much. Thank you,
You're
Brooke.
welcome.
Thanks.
You have a lovely evening.
Have a really good night.
You
See
too.
ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, Apple. Hi, Samantha.
Hello. Hey, Ward. How you going, Mila?
Hi, Wood. Hi, Angelita. Kathleen. Hi, Rita. Let me just stand up. So who's there?
Who's that? Rita. G'day, Rita. Angelita. Kathleen. And Rita. Mandy, someone. And Samantha. How you guys going? Well, you know the deal, people on this show. If you would like a reading, you have to come on the show. We don't just... Yeah. None of this wham bam here. This is gonna get you on your way. You gotta move past your comfort zones to come on the show. Comfort zones, hey? What happens when we don't move past comfort zones? Not much. Yes, when we don't move past comfort zones, we get caught in the same old. Caught in the known. So whose game?
You're
Milou?
always tired. You're always getting ready for bed.
Who's Milou? I don't know who Milou is. They used to be good at skipping.
Oh, Tanya.
I thought they were good at skipping. Skip to Milou. Skip to Milou, my darling. Hey, Tanya, how you going? So what lovely people would like to come on this lovely show to get a lovely reading, a plus more? Who would love to? I think I'm not sure, these two little sprouts right at the back of my greenhouse. I'm pretty sure, and it's not in the good soil, not in the new ones that I planted, but got in each pot there's tiny little seedlings where I put the Caroline Reapers. And they're like little ones.
We
I'm
just
so
said hello,
excited.
right? Oh, there you
Oh
go.
yeah, I hope they're Caroline Reapers. They're in the pots I put the Caroline Reapers in. That would
I
be
can
nice.
appreciate that more.
Tired, hey? That's what happens when you work hard and start long hours. You had an extra long, busy day, Amanda, did you?
Yeah. Good night, Amanda.
Good night. That's it, Amanda. Working out who my friends are. That's it. Just skip the show.
I do that too.
I know. She's got a finger up.
No cheesecake for you.
You know someone about shamans? I know what I know, and what I don't know. There seems to be more of that. What's your question? But if you want shamanic medicine pouches, I'm your man.
Amanda, isn't it your day off today? What am I wrong with that? If you're still there, if you haven't gone.
So, to get a reading on this show, people, you have to come on the show. More in depth. So they can see if you need a tune up. I'm off to bed. Yeah. How old are you? Mila, how old are you? Yeah, come on. But I'm older than you. If you're my age, your kids would be in their 20s. Are all your kids in their 20s? Well, there's a lot of ways you can go. I got tons of books on Native American medicines, herbology, magical purposes. Just man, you go to even go to the secondhand bookshops and look at natural remedies. There's books everywhere.
I always ask.
How did the antibiotic go? Did you try the antibiotic? My antibiotic recipe? How'd it go?
I'm using it. I've got myself Manuka honey. Mixed it all up. It's all. I had it all. I had the powder stuff already. Turmeric, pepper. I actually added garlic in it. Not just the juice. I actually added garlic in it.
Yep.
And honey, and I actually like it. It's really nice. Now it's only been 2 days, so I'll see how things go.
Well, I had a teeth root flame up the day before yesterday. I think, what was it? Saturday. It was Saturday. It started. Tooth root started flaming up, just getting infected. And so I got home. I mixed some up, had it, and then the next day had another bit. Boom, back to normal within like 24 hours. That's how good that stuff works.
Are you older than me, Miller? I'm younger than Brooke. I'm younger than everyone here. I'll be 21 next week.
Yeah, I'm in my 40s, late 40s. But Cindy's only 29.
Cindy's always 29.
She's always 29. Yeah. Yeah, Ward, find out if they've got any old recipe books, mate. That's what you want to get your hands on. But otherwise, start your own. I make teas. I treat as much stuff as I can for myself with natural stuff. Oh, Alison, you're not 52. That young. Oh, excuse me, Angelita. What is this?
You don't ask gentlemen their age.
Yeah. I think you're like 30. I would put you between at least 28 to 35. Mila, that's what I'm guessing. What? Oh, okay. What's the big deal? Angelita? Okay, I'll come on your show then. We'll start having that conversation.
See you Sunday, Rita. Hello, Ria.
So if anyone would like a reading, you must come on the show. If you get a reading, you must come on the show. Yep, that's what it says. And I'm reading it upside down and backwards. Hey, Ria, how are you going? This show is more than a reading show, so if you would like a reading, you must come on the show. And then I give you reading. Stathi has a look. See if you need to tune up. What comes up, comes up. So no keyboard warriors hiding behind the keyboard.
This show.
Going, Shed, can I get a reading?
Yeah, like on video.
Yeah. Video killed the radio star. That's it. Yeah. What, like on video? That's old school on video. Yeah. I still use that, though. Send us the vid. Yeah, do you want to be one of the cool kids, Rita?
Ria.
Which one am I reading? Oh, Ria.
Yeah.
Oh, because Rita's just said something straight. Yeah, below you. So that's right. Miller will pull me up
on Sunday.
Okay. I have internet phobia. Oh, well, it's all about, growing as a ward is all about facing your fears and pushing yourself past your comfort zones. See, this is the first time ever that Stathi has been on a live stream today. Come to mention, it's my first live stream for the day too. That's it. No, we can tap in whenever, but it's like, yeah, it's just different. See, it is better though. You can connect with the person better. Yeah, I do sometimes too. It just happens, Angelita, but that never stops. That never stops me. I mean, either it's right before the show. Yeah, don't worry about it. Happens to all of us. Oh, it's good to, well, we can break the ice on here, Ria. It's funny you should ask that, Jody. It's funny you should ask that. The answer is yes, but, and remember, the old saying, everything before the word but is, to get a reading, you must come on the show.
Sure, Mandy, where's Kirsty?
Yeah.
You know the deal. She knows the deal. Sure.
That's it. We'll give her a reading.
Click the link.
Of course you can do it on your phone, Ria. If people couldn't do it on their phone, it would be very hard to have a show like this. How do you do that? You click on the stream, scroll straight up. There's StreamYard link. You click on that and follow the directions. You open it up. You sign in with Facebook. Open up the 3 dots and put it in your internet browser. Then you'll have to sign in with either Google or Facebook. Hey, Vang. Don't do Facebook. You don't need to do Facebook, Redbeard, to get on this. You come on the StreamYard. You just need your internet. Ban Cindy? Are you serious? People, do you think we should ban Cindy? What do you reckon? Who gets banned? Who wins? Mila, how could you? Quite easily, I reckon. Girls, they stick together, don't they?
I know they do.
That's it. Okay, we have. Is it Mandy or Kirsty?
Well, Kirsty, but coming on through Mandy.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna pass my computer over to the darling Kirsty, okay?
Yep.
Or she's gonna come over here. All right, you come over here. Here she comes.
Hi, Mandy.
Hey, Stathi, how you going, love?
I'm good.
My little darlings, how are you?
Good.
Hello, hi Staffy.
Hi, Kirsty.
Hey, Kirsty, how you going?
I'm good.
Oh, she just needs a bit of moral support to start with. Don't be bastards.
No.
But.
Lovely sister I've got.
I'm just kidding. You're both very beautiful. I'm sorry to everyone out there for my language. I am a potty mouth.
You'll get
Yeah,
them
it's all right.
wrong.
Keep them on their toes, I say.
So you look nice on video, I don't. You look fine.
Okay, Kirsty, and get you to focus on your heart chakra, please.
Okay.
Brooke.
You'll be fine. I'm going to get a drink.
Kirsty, it feels like I'm getting like there's more you want from life. There's more you want from life, but at the moment you're struggling to find. You're struggling to find your groove. You're struggling to find how things fit, where to go, what you want to do, how to go about doing it. And this seems to just put you into your head, into worry mode, overthinking things, and it's like sometimes by the time you get a good idea, you're thinking, oh, maybe I should do that. Then something will come along, and you'll basically talk yourself out of it before you get around to doing it. Is what you need to do. But the problem is sometimes when we're trying to find our footing, when we're trying to find our hold, when we're looking, do I do this? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I do that? We make it really complicated, and it can be very overwhelming when the outcome is we really want things to change, but we don't know how to go about that change. But at the moment, it's all about finding your passion, because when we're not doing what our heart desires, when we're not doing what's in our soul desires, when we're not living for our purpose or what makes our heart sing, we just get caught up in the day-to-day. We get caught up in the mundane. We're just looking around. We just go looking for gratification. and it just it's a never ending cycle. But at the moment, I've got that is for you need to find. This is about looking within yourself, going deep within yourself, and going, what do I truly love? What do I truly want? This is about asking yourself the big questions at the moment. What do I hope to gain? And this is not about your material objects. It's about what do I really want out of life? Because at the moment, I've got that the fire guard inverted, ignite your passions. Okay, until we ignite our passions, till we ignite that fire in our heart, that fire in our soul, we're just floating through circumstances, not with no direction, not really knowing where to go, where to turn, what to do. But at the moment, there seems to be too much stuff in the past that seems to be dictating your future at the moment. I've got the autumn card. It's crow. It says release of the old and rest. So there seems to be two, and this what happens is we try to move forward, and we feel like we've got chains around us dragging us back. Every time we take a step forward, we take 2 steps back, and it feels like that. And where that happens from is that's actually all our baggage from the past, all the stuff that we've never forgiven, all the stuff that we hang on to, and it seems just like this big weight. And we're trying to drag it. We feel like we're not getting very far. And then we start feeling exhausted because we've taken 2 steps and we've had to drag such a massive amount of weight from the past.
But I've forgotten it. I've forgotten the past. So I don't know what to get rid of. Like
Well, there seems to be, I've got the trader card here, exchange of energies to create abundance. So this is talking about, this could be just talking about thought forms, old patterns, old habits. It could be talking about stuff like that. But at the moment, where the focus is going, the focus seems to be going in the wrong area. And what I mean is we worry about stuff and we put all our focus on that. And we try to think about how's that going to work out? How's this going to work out? Now, it's okay. We have to make plans and we have to make contingencies. When that becomes our focus all the time, we start to create a very limited reality. We start all the stuff from the past. We start to create with that. So, oops.
Well, I don't know if I'm getting it.
Because as I said, it feels like the whole key at the moment is about finding your passion and unlocking it. And because so often people are like, what do I do? Where do I go in life? Do I need this? Do I need that? And they go looking, and people go, I want to find out what I should be doing. Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? We have all these things, and it's just about getting moving. It's about getting moving. But there seems to be no inspiration in your life at the moment, and it's about finding some inspiration. Whether you start being creative, or you start doing anything, any creativity, or just try some new classes. It just feels like it's time to try some new stuff, because as you start to move in areas of new possibilities, you're going to start to gain inspiration from all places that you never thought possible. And what this is going to find, and what this is going to show you, is this is going to start to unravel yourself and teach you stuff about yourself. And when we get inspired, we go to move forward in areas, and then
I know what I'm passionate about. I know what I want to do, and I know where I want to go. Yeah,
well,
I'm probably in a limbo now, but I'm trying to head to where I want to be.
But there seems to. But at the moment, it feels like this is like when we move into the future. There seems to be every time. It seems to be. It feels like there's things are being shut down. You seem to be shutting areas down and going, oh no, I don't like that. I don't want this. I'm not interested in that. And it seems to be before you've given some stuff a fair go. Because I'm feeling that there's opportunities coming in, and you're like, well, I don't usually do that. I don't know if that's my thing. And there seems to be opportunities that the universe is bringing along for you at the moment, and that they don't. You seem to be shutting down opportunities in areas. Because I've got here, look, the main action card I've got for you is Trust in High Forces, the Shaman card. This is about trusting in the unknown and expecting things to play out. But right underneath that, I've got two cards mirroring each other: Protection Guardian, drop your shields, and trust your talents in changing times. So this is telling me that there's opportunities being knocked back because you're worried about what's going to happen. And this is a time where we don't have to worry. This is about just embracing stuff, embracing new stuff, and finding out. This is a time to get inspired. This is a time to seek inspiration. This is a time to ignite your passion. It just seems like there's too much of a grip. There's too much of a grip and a hold, and like almost like a forcefulness of how you want things to pan out. And basically what you're doing is you're restricting. It feels like you're restricting the natural flow of the universe, and this is making things go slower. This is making things go slower than you'd like them to happen at the moment. But so, because at the moment it just feels like there's a there's a bit of rigidness. That's why the Protection Guardian came out. There's a rigidness. It has to be a certain way. It feels like universe, I want it to be this way. I want it to play out that way. That's the way I want it. But at the same time, as when we get like that, we have to be. We don't know how everything's going to play out. We don't know. We got to trust in divine detours. Sometimes someone will go, hey, you want to come and see this? And you're like, oh, I don't know, not really. It's not really my thing. But you might meet someone else that day, which might lead you to someone else, which might be exactly what you wanted to do. And you're like, oh my God, how did I meet you? You know, like that's cool. Let's talk. And there seems to be opportunity. The universe is always throwing people crisscross all the time. And when we go, oh no, it has to be, I'll look for something and it has to be like that. And this just cuts. This shuts us down.
I'm being a bit rigid in my thinking.
Yeah.
Because I do have a plan and I do see something. So I'm being too strong in that line, in that way, and I've got to be more open to, well, it might not pan out that way, but it might go another way.
Well, there's an old well, John Lennon used to say, life is what happens when we're making other plans.
Right.
And sometimes we got to remain malleable. We got to remain teachable. We can't be rigid because it just. See, when we're rigid, we get thrown in all sorts of areas, and this is where we, outside of our norm, and this is where we grow. This is where we gain new stuff, and we start seeing through new perspectives. And when we start seeing things through new perspectives, that starts opening more doors and more doors and more doors. Because at the moment, as you start to move out to more into the unknown, there's going to be a big shift. There's going to be a lot of changes. You'll start to see. It's up to you if you want to start seeing things from a different perspective. But at the moment, you're too rigid. You're being too rigid, and it's causing a lot of resistance on things moving forward and manifesting. Okay, I'll get you one more card.
Well, hopefully I get rid of it.
Oh, that's up to you. Self choices.
I know, but
I just blame Mandy. And your last card message from the guides is accept struggles as lessons. Always something you learn in every situation. I hope that's helped you.
okie doke. Thanks. Can we go off screen?
No, Stathi's got to do his stuff.
Oh,
For many years, I've looked at things in very different ways, and I still see things different to the majority. I don't have an issue with that for myself. One thing I've learnt over the years is that the way that we perceive ourselves is important, but it's what we show to everyone. It is the part of us that we want them to see. What I've been able to do, though, is look past what others want us to see. I can see deep inside. And sometimes I don't like looking inside because what I see is not always what is presented. No matter how many shields and how many barriers one puts, and that's always created by the thoughts themselves, I do and can and always will look past that because I have no interest in what is presented before me. I always look deep inside because that's where I get what I require to see when someone is in front of me. Your heart chakra is dark. Your heart area is very dark. You're holding on to a lot of the past. You might have chosen to not remember it, but you're holding on to it. It is deep. It is very dark and it is deep. There's a part of you that is holding on to it so much that it's preventing you from moving forward for yourself. Plans. You know, bank robbers use plans, but the plans always show you how to get into a building from the front door, you know, the rooms and all the doors into it and all the windows and so forth. They always sneak in from different places, though. They'll drill holes. They'll blow up walls to get into where they want to get into. Plans don't mean anything. We can set our sights for a particular way that we want to see things, but that which we've set our heart on is not necessarily what we truly are after. There's a lot of letting go, and Brooke mentioned it as well, but there is so much to let go of. Something that a long time ago, it doesn't matter, but when we hold on to it, we might think that we've let it go, but we haven't actually let it go because it's still there. To accept something that has occurred for exactly as it occurred and why it occurred, that's something that is going to be needed to be done sooner rather than later. A forgiveness of oneself for being putting yourself in that situation, a forgiveness to them that you put yourself in the situation with, letting go. It doesn't matter what happened 20 years ago, 10 years ago, or even 5 minutes ago. You have to let that go. Brooke mentioned about being rigid. You've got your eyes set on a goal. That's great. It's always good to have a goal, but you have to allow the flexibility towards that goal, because doing 1, 2, 3 does not always bring out the outcome that we want. Because sometimes we might need to jump from 1 to 5. Sometimes, not always. Work on your heart chakra to clear that up, because that's what you're holding on to, is just creating this whole darkness in this area itself. It doesn't mean that you're dark, it just means that there's a dark spot there. Learn to use your voice. Now speak honestly and openly. Stop using your mind. You're overthinking things, constantly thinking. It is always tick, 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 tick. You're trying to think of things that you want to do, which is not blocking you what you have done, because that which has been done in the past is still there. You're thinking of in the future, trying to block that which had occurred. It doesn't matter. It's still there. Be present with yourself. You need to ground yourself and be in the present moment. And in the present moment, bring out whatever it is, whatever pain you're feeling, and speak it. If you don't like something, express it. If you didn't appreciate something, express it. Don't hold on to it. As you speak your truth and as you start to speak how you feel, you can let go of that which you're holding on to, which is really sitting heavy on your heart. Your shoulders, you're carrying a lot of, again, this comes to what it was back then. You're carrying a lot of it. You might think that you've let it go. You haven't let it go. You haven't said thank you to it teaching your lesson because you haven't learned that lesson. And it will come again. If you don't let go of that which was, it's coming again. It's there. It's not because it's coming, it's because it hasn't gone. It's still there. You're just denying it. Denial is not forgetting it. And blocking it is not forgetting it. It's always going to be around you. You have to bring it to the surface and speak about it. Until you do that, this area here is still going to be closed off. You have shields in front of you. You have shields behind you. Those shields do not prevent your thoughts from being there, though. It just prevents, well, some from seeing within you. Your solar plexus, the connections that you could be making and you're not making because this is closed, which is closing off your solar plexus as well. Your sacral needs a lot of work, and you need to do a lot of work on your sacral area. And you need to ground yourself a lot more as well. Grounding yourself, being present in this present moment, being aware right now, not what's going to happen tomorrow. We all have plans for tomorrow, but those plans, anything can come at this moment to change those plans. You need to learn to be a little bit more flexible and go with the flow, as they say. Anything is possible. And the mind itself, which is what you've set up, is it's like two lines. This is blinkers, if you like, and that's a better word to use. You've got blinkers on that you're only seeing this way. Look what's here and look what's here. That'll show you what's around as well. So remove those blinkers. Look all around you. Look in the present moment. Be present. Clear yourself up. Speak your truth. Stop imagining things, because it is the imagination that you're working with a lot. You're not perceiving things for what they are. See them for what they are in the present moment. Speak. You'll notice that your throats won't have that swelling or that constant feeling of swallowing. And once you open your heart again, once you clear it, and do a lot of work on your heart, because that's where it's really, where it's blocked. This is the part that you've blocked off. Opening yourself up to receive that which you do deserve. You do deserve a lot, which is positive. I'm not speaking about deserving negative. You do deserve a lot of things in your life. You do deserve to be happy again. That happiness, there's a fake happiness that you carry with you, because you're not prepared to look or to go back to it, to deal with it the way it's supposed to be dealt with. Keep yourself grounded, work on your chakras, clear yourself up, main area, heart chakra, clear that up. Start thinking more positive. Remember what it was, speak it, and you'll start to notice that things will be a lot clearer for you. But at this moment, things are not clear. The only thing that is clear is your imagination, because you're imagining it to be clear. Other than that, there's no clarity there. Speak your truth. Speak what it is with those that require to hear it. And you will notice that the whole load that you're carrying will just drop off you. Until you do that, stop pretending. Because that's what it is. It's a pretense. Two main chakras to work with are your heart chakra and your base chakra. Be present, be grounded, and open up again, because you are closed off. And you'll start to notice a big shift around you, a positive shift. And that is all I have for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Brooke, Jackie. Thanks, guys.
You're most welcome.
Have a great night, everyone.
You too. Enjoy.
Bye. Okay. I take my sweet time, man. What are you? Are you the varying red bit? Are you the time police? Time's an illusion. As long as a piece of string, that's how long it takes me. Just lucky I didn't go to the survey to get a coffee. Some days they take forever. So, who would like a reading? I had a black coffee today. Tasted like
Welcome to the dark side.
Hey, Nita. So, anyone who is new to the show, if you would like a reading, you have to come on the show. Anyone can go to a reading show, but this is more than a reading show. Absolutely. Drink tea. Yeah, you don't want to come on this show if all you do is drink tea. There's nothing wrong with tea. There's nothing wrong with tea. Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with tea.
Well, that's okay because Nita, then you won't be going anywhere. You're on your phone. Perfect. Can't speak. Anyone would like a reading? You will have to come on the show. So how is everyone today? Drinking tea? Drinking fine? Has anyone been gardening today? Where are you from, Nita? Where are you from? What's the weather like there at the moment? Any good? Is it good? Is Ireland good at the moment? Having fun? Well, thank you, Angelita. Would you like to come on the show? And have a reading? You're most welcome. What did I get up today? Are you still there, Nita? Raining. Okay, Nita. Okay. we have our next guest at the moment, ready to come on the show. Good. You might as well come on this show, Angelita, because you won't come on the Sunday show. There you go.
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. You're looking summery.
Oh, yeah, it's hot over here.
Angela.
It's getting warmer over here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changing.
Just put the heater on.
Oh,
Yeah.
cold? It's getting cold?
When the sun's out it's sort of like pre-spring or spring, but it's when the sun's out, it's warm.
Okay.
Then the sun goes behind a cloud, and it gets cool, and then so on and so on. And at night it gets a little bit, bit coolish.
In the morning here, it gets like really cold. And then at night, during the afternoon, it's like 80 degrees. You don't know what to put on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like humid now.
So
I'm sorry. Your morning shows, it's my morning actually. It's just too early. 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. I'm like, oh my God.
That's okay.
I can't do all this at like 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no way.
That's okay. Roberta gets up at 3:30 to do the show.
Yeah, no, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Just stay up all night one night.
Just stop what? Sorry?
Just stay up all night one night.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, that's it. Afternoon nap, you'll be right.
Yeah. If I'm
Go back
working
to
next
bed
day, I'll be fine.
Do you work on the weekend, do you?
I work Saturdays, every Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Because you are a day ahead of me, so it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like staying up because I was working 12 hours the previous day. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, makes enough sense. I'm only raising you up anyway.
You're Monday morning now, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What time is it there?
9:30 a.m.
Okay, 9:30.
We're 11. I'm 11 o'clock here.
Yeah, 11:30 here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll be sleeping by then. Yeah.
Angela, are you getting ringing in your ears?
Yes.
Okay, I get you to focus on your ringing in your ears. Brooke will start, but I'll get you to, while you're listening to Brooke, be aware of the ringing in your ears.
Okay. Multitask.
Mm-hmm. I listen to Brooke and I focus as well.
At the moment, Angelita, what I'm picking up is still much. It feels like there's still that resistance of uncertainty, coming through what you're hoping to achieve at the moment, what you're hoping to manifest, what you're hoping to move forward. At the moment, there seems to be just that residual. Look, I don't know how this is going to happen. I'm not capable of that. This and that. Those people saw more experiences. I don't know what I'm doing, and it feels like there's all this second guessing. The second guessing sort of entering your field at the moment.
Yeah.
And
Can I jump in?
yeah.
Okay. Yes, what you say is correct. As of like recently, I'm just taking one thing at a time because it's just so much. It's so much like, I guess, negative thoughts or that what you were saying. I'm just trying to take one thing at a time because I'm best at that, at one thing at a time.
Because the whole key to one of the keys to manifestation, it's a big topic, but at the moment, spreading yourself too thin, it's really about nipping that. It's really about getting it out of that overthinking, and not being present. This is what is causing it. Because when we overthinking, obviously we create indecision. But not only that is, that when we have too much going on in our head, when the clarity, when the answers that we need are trying to come through, we're like, well, there's 100 answers over there. Any one of them could be feasible. Let's have a look and let's go through them. And by the time you get through them, you've sorted a lot of stuff, but it still is left with indecision when in actual fact, because at the moment you're looking for it's the ego, the I am trying to work out answers, all the answers. Because I've got the air guard in here, shift your perception. See, we already have the answers, and when we get those R moments, when we get those R moments, those epiphanies, downloads, whatever you want to call it, when you want to call it, the downloads are just the memories flooding back in once you've shifted your perception and you have unraveled the clarity. But at the moment, it's because you've got so much stuff that going on inside your head. Okay, there's where you're looking, the point where you're looking from. The clarity doesn't make sense because you've got too much other stuff happening. There's too much other options in your head. No. So even though you've got the clarity is already there. The answers are already there. You've got the answers. You've got the clarity. It's already within you. But when you've got so much other stuff around and you're looking, you're just, it's just like a tank. It's like a ball of wire. It's like a ball of string, just all muddled up. So, and what I've got for the main action card, it's inverted. The main action card, considering which is the exact right card, which I would have put there if I was going to put a card there, and it's inverted, and it's the trader. Exchange of energies to create abundance. This is where you're feeding your focus. This is where this is all about where you're feeding your reality. Look, the first card I've got is trust your challenge in changing times. Okay, then the other guardian's going, wait a sec, what's going on? No, we've got too much stuff to look at. And then you're back inside your head, ungrounded, looking for clarity, searching for clarity. And it's like that. What we do is we look for clarity, and we have a bowl of water with all our thoughts in it, and all we do is throw more stuff in it till the water goes murky. And then we're like, why haven't I got any clarity? I need a reading. I need to pull some cards. I've got no clarity. Yeah. And it's us stirring up the water when we should just leave it. Let it sit. Let it turn clear. And just have a look and see what, like scrying, just have a neutral look and see what we can do. But at the moment, your energy is going everywhere. Okay, I've got to do this. I've got to do that. How I go about that. Now, it's okay to have those, but you know what it's like when the clarity hits. When the clarity hits, it just drops in and you go, there it is. Boom, there it is. But this seems to be a pattern of just we've got to get very clear about the way the ego runs us. The I am runs us.
Even like day-to-day stuff, I have plans to do, and then I change my mind last minute. It never gets done. It's like affecting, like, not just here, but throughout my daily, I guess errands or whatever you want to call it. I'm like, I'm going to do this, and then I just sit on the couch. That's what happens.
You get to sit on the couch?
I just sit on the couch.
I have better excuses. I go and work on my garden. I'm a veggie garden.
I have those thoughts too. Like go in the backyard, do something because it needs it, and I just don't finish, or I just don't get done.
Okay, because at the moment, look, it's your path. It's your alone, and it feels like, look, there seems to be too much looking external for the answers. Okay. And when I mean looking external, I mean like, okay, if I can go and I go and do this meditation, or I go and do that course, or I go and learn this and I learn that. Everything seems to be external. I need to hear. You know, sometimes we do need healers to assist us.
Mm-hmm.
But when everything's about, oh, look, I need to learn that, I need to gain that skill. When everything's external, we lose the whole point of what we're doing and why we're doing it. Mm-hmm. And it comes down to just all coming back into that center and into the present, and or going blank or asking the right questions, because there seems to be a pattern. There seems to be these little things at the moment. Okay, they're yours to fix and yours to fix alone because they are you. But there's some little things that are having big waves, having big effects across the whole span. So we can just think, oh, I'm just like that. Yeah, that's just the way I am. Yeah, that's okay. You know, 1 step forward, you know, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. But half the time, it's us. It's those 2 steps forward, those 2 steps back. When it happens all the time, is usually our patterns. Okay, or our burdens from the back, the stuff that we won't let go of. And at the moment, there's some little things that are just niggling away, and you don't. And it's for us to discover them, and it's us to define them. We don't have to wait to a retrograde. We don't have to wait for this. Getting, you know, that stuff can help on an energetic level, but at the same time, when we go looking for all that stuff, that's going external again. When it's all us in here, and we don't need any of that. But, you know, it's energetic. You can use it as a tool to assist, but this is about the choice, and this is about knowing yourself, knowing what you are, knowing what you're not. So it's these little patterns, these little things that you know you're doing. And we try to outrun ourselves. We try to outpace ourselves. We will try to do it. I try to do it. You know, you're not the only one. We all do it. But when we start to recognize that, it's about, okay, let's just tune up. Let's just tighten the belt. Let's just have a look. Okay, if it's all about the choices that I'm making, okay, let's have a look at what choices I'm making at the moment. Not beating ourselves up, just being honest and going, okay, I have to change some of my choices. Okay, well, if I'm planning too much for the day, if I'm going to tell myself I need to do 5 things, let me just be happy if I can get if I can get 2 of them knocked out. Unless the 2 is like put the washing on and do the dishes, because you do those every day anyway. That
doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Okay. But this is just all about clearing that mind and going within. Not trying to outpace yourself, not trying to learn everything. There's nothing wrong with learning, but we can become addicted to curiosity. And all it does is, like, you know, we become one of those cats. You're chasing the laser light around the room.
Curiosity killer cat.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not so everyone just go, oh, I'm going to learn that, I'm going to learn that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with learning. There's nothing wrong with knowledge. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying is we can get caught up in that, and we can get caught up in these cycles and caught up in these patterns. So it's at the stage now where you have to start recognizing the patterns that you're making. Go, okay, I need to shift. I need to make some changes. I need to buckle down in these areas. And this is going to make you far more effective in your growth and the way you're going about it, because the air guarding shift the perception is so often I see so many people, we all do it. We'll shift our perception to suit the circumstances to line us up with what we want to do. When all we have to do is just, if we want to do it, and we do it, and just leave it at that. Okay. Right. But, you know, cause and effect. But at the moment, it's really time to go, okay, let's look at my patterns. And if you're having that pattern in the mind, okay, time for you to go, okay, let's get on top of this. Let's pull myself out of it. Let's snap myself back. Let's try to get, okay, let's catch myself. I'm doing that I do it all day, every day. I'm like, my mind's wandering, and I'm like, okay, back into the moment. Okay, let's clear the mind. Let's try to get some clarity. Let's start feeling energy. Let's start focusing on what's around me. Without focusing on, you know how it is. Yeah. So so at the end of the day, at the moment, in regards to this, it's choice, and making that choice to see the pattern. And this is getting to this is the nitty gritty of self-mastery that a lot of people don't want to look at. They just want to do, okay, let's, yeah. Even myself. This goes for everyone. Okay, and your last card is oh, you've got new romance coming in, and you're going to get a cat, and money's coming in the mail tomorrow. No, I'm just.
I'm like, what? Yeah, that's funny.
I do have those cards, but I usually throw them across the room at the cat.
Get out of here.
Okay, your message from the guides is you are never alone. Okay, so this is, you don't have to, you don't, as you say, you keep trying to outpace yourself and you're getting overwhelmed because you think you have to do it all. And we do have to do it all, but we don't have to do it all. That's quite a long discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're never alone.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah.
Hope this helps you.
Thank you.
You working today, Angelita?
No.
Do you need to do anything in the next 2 hours?
Yes.
Will you do it in the next 2 hours?
Errands.
Okay. I want you to relax. I always pick up curiosity from you. And bring your focus to your heart chakra. I want you to take a deep breath and count to 5. And as you release it, bring your focus straight to your base chakra. I want you to really focus on your base chakra. Just breathe. I want you to fill the whole area, everything around the base chakra at this moment. And now bring your focus to your sacral. Now focus all the sacral area, everything around it. Now visualize. I want you to really see this. I want you to see your base chakra and your sacral chakra interacting. They're not one, they're two. But I want you to see them interacting. So the energy from below to the above at this moment. Now bring your focus to your solar plexus. And the same. Focus on your solar plexus and everything around. Now at the same time, visualize your sacral and your base, the three of them at the same time, and I want you to see them interacting. Visualize them and see them one on top of the other. Now bring your focus to your heart chakra. And really feel your heart chakra. Feel the area where it is. Now at the same time, I want you to visualize your heart chakra and the bottom three chakras interacting. I want you to see them all at the same time. It's 4 chakras. They're all interacting. Visualize them and see the heart chakra on top of the solar plexus, on top of the sacral, on top of the base. That's it. Now I want you to just focus on your heart chakra. Just visualize your heart chakra, nice ruby emerald green. Now I want you to focus on your throat chakra. Now what I'd like you to visualize though is the heart chakra looking up at the throat chakra. Watch them interacting. And bring your focus back to your heart chakra. Now I want you to bring your focus back to your throat chakra. From your heart chakra, looking up to your throat chakra. That's it. Now I want you to focus on your third eye. In the center of your head. You'll start to feel slightly lightheaded, but that's fine. Don't focus on the lightness, just focus on the third eye in the center of your head. Now what I'd like you to visualize is with your heart chakra looking up through your throat chakra into your third eye. Dull. Bring your focus back to your heart chakra. Keep your focus on your heart chakra. Now what I'd like you to do is I want you to visualize from your heart chakra, I want you to visualize the 3 bottom chakras and the 2 above. Okay. Now bring your focus back to your heart chakra, just your heart chakra. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do is take your focus to above your head, about an inch above your head. And I want you to visualize looking down from above your head, through your third eye, through your throat, through your heart, all the way down to your base. I want you to visualize it like a pillar, but in that pillar are all your chakras. Like a tube, a white tube. Now what I'd like you to do though is take that tube all the way down into the earth. So visualize the earth. That's it. Now what I'd like you to do is tell me, what is it that you want to be doing?
I'm just getting, speak from the heart, just getting heart.
What is it you want to be doing? Now it's time to let it out.
I don't even know.
That's right. That's the answer I was looking for. So what you're doing right this moment is exactly what you are doing. This is what it is to be now in the present moment. Not thinking about what you're going to be doing, nor what you have done. This is the moment you connect. This is how you connect to those energies that you want to work with. Right now, you're not thinking about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. Because right now, if you had a deck of cards in front of you, what you'll be pulling out is exactly what comes to you as it comes to you. No pre-thinking. This is the emptiness. This is the present moment. This is where we feel. This is how we feel it. So it's like an emptiness for you right this moment. There's nothing there. That is our natural state. Calmness. And that's right, the emotions come through. This is how we feel. We feel from the heart. We speak from the heart. We allow all our emotions to come out. When we're feeling something, that's what we express. It's not about being right or wrong or good or bad. It is what it is as it is in this moment. This is how we hold on to it. This is how we allow it to express itself. We express ourselves now. How we choose to express ourselves, which is from the heart. The mind is not involved right now because the mind cannot be here with us. The mind is the one that thinks, oh, should I say this or shouldn't I say this? This is what we say. This is what we do. This is how we do it.
Peace. Sense of peace now.
That's right. That is our state. That is our natural state. Being peace. Not being in peace. We are peace. Noise is around us constantly. When we center ourselves, this is how we feel. What you will start to feel is all the vibrations around you. But you know now what your state is. This is our natural state. We are calm, we are aware, we're alert. When you come into contact with someone from this moment, be aware of what you're feeling. That's what you feel. That's not what you are. That's not who you are. When you focus on someone, what is it you feel when you focus on them? That's what you're feeling off. That's what you focus on. This is our state. Everything outside of this state is the disruption of this state. And there, all the emotions, the feelings, everything that we pick up from outside of ourselves. Hold on to that state. Now, this is not a warning, but it is to be aware of. In this state that you're in right this moment, which you can always be, this is what we're in always, this present moment right now. As you leave that space that you're in, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. You'll feel it all. You will feel a tree, you'll feel the plant, you'll feel the animals. You'll feel different to what you're feeling right this moment. And that's all you need to be aware of. It is different. That's all it is. they all have their own frequencies that we pick up on. Now, what you receive from here as well, the more you're into this state as well, what you pick up and what you sense is exactly what it's going to be. You'll be more aware of it. It'll be confusing at first. Look, at times it'll be confusing, trying to work out, is it this or is it that? It doesn't matter. Just be aware that you're feeling it.
Thank you. Wow.
And there you go. So I know that this is what you've been aiming to get to. And yes, I do have a lot of philosophies. Don't always pay attention to what I say. Pay attention to what you feel. Pay attention to what you feel. Because that's where the truth is. It's what you're feeling at that moment. The words are just words. I use a lot of words. But what you feel with what you hear is exactly what you're feeling. Thank you, Angelina.
Thank you.
And just breathe. Just focus on your breathing.
I tell him all the time, Angelina. I tell him, I say, Stathi, I neither believe nor disbelieve you.
I say to myself, what is he talking about? Then I try to center it. I'm like, okay, I really try. Yeah. Thank you so much. My goodness.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Look, it's I don't need or nor do I want or none of the believing stuff. For me, they're just words. Although the words, it depends on the individual. The words do have relevance, but most of the time, it's not about believing in what I say, and this is why I say feel it. If you're not certain, question it. Without questioning, you're not going to know. There is no crazy or silly question. Nothing. Every question is very relevant, always, especially if it comes up. If there's a question that you're feeling, that's exactly what you need to be focusing on that question. Why did that question arise? There's relevance to that, because the answer, it's not always the answer that's important. The question is more important than the answer.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. My goodness. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a lovely day.
If
See you, Angelina.
See ya. If my mouse works. There we go.
Who are you new here, Sheila?
From Alabama.
Sounds like an Australian name, Sheila.
Yeah, I know.
Are you from Australia, Sheila? Originally? Well, there you go. If you would like a reading from us, people, on this show, you must come on the show to get a reading. I do 100 other reading shows, but this one, not from Alabama. Well, you seem like a good Sheila.
Yeah, us Aussies always say Sheila.
They used to, yeah, Aussie slang Sheila for what do they say in England? England, bird. Oh yeah, go down the pub to meet some birds. Met a bird in town last night, and it's Australian. Oh yeah, met a Sheila.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's about pushing past those comfort zones and realize that they're just they're imaginary limitations.
Too embarrassed. Now, I was embarrassed once, long time ago.
I embarrass myself all the time.
The whole purpose of this show is to get out of that comfort zone that everyone is used to. Always behind the screen.
Yeah. Time to get in front of the screen. It's not that bad.
You're welcome, Angela.
Sheila, we have had many people who've come on and got a reading and then have gone on to live reasonably normal lives. There is no next time. There's only now.
Avoidance.
Deflection.
I can imagine you, Angelina, getting embarrassing yourself. You'd go bright red and your head pale. Hello, cat.
Hey, Candles.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow.
Baby girl. My baby girl. She's been practicing her invisibility. I taught her.
She's fading. That's part of it.
That's it. She's a high vibration cat in and out of this dimension. What do the cats say? They work in other dimensions, don't they? Someone was telling me, say they lay around the other. They do dimensional work. I don't know what, but someone was saying that their cat would be like, laying down all day and they'd disturb it, and the cat would just give them this look like, "Excuse me, I'm working here."
That's it.
My God! Now you've interrupted me. Can you at least get me some food? Where's my food?
Now.
You're interrupted me. You've interrupted me, human. So you might as well feed me now because I'm taking my tea break.
If you listen to them, they don't say meow. They say now. Now.
Yeah, meow. You lovely people. Who's coming on? See, look, Sheila, how bad can it be? My cat just came on, asked for food, then left.
I can just imagine you giggling.
I don't mind the cat jumping up on the back of my chair, but it's when the cat sort of half slips that it puts a claw in to catch itself. It's like, "Arr!"
Yep.
Yeah, I don't let my cat. I don't feed them that much. They have dry feed. They get a tiny bit of wet food, maybe twice a day. Candles likes canned tuna. And Ray Ray, the other cat, likes whatever Candle's got in their plate.
Yeah, they think it's
Yeah,
better.
it's not about the food. It's about eating what Candles has got.
Angelina, do you live on your own? Other than the two cats you just mentioned? Okay. Can't forget the dog. Bye, Sheila. When are you going on next live, Angelita? When are you doing your next live? Your Tuesday, which is your tomorrow, both tomorrows. Okay.
Well, it's funny you should ask that, Donna. That is a very good-looking question. The thing about this show is to have a reading, you have to come on the show. Oh, look, the link just popped up. How convenient. So if you would like a reading, people, click on the link, come into the green room, and it will pop you on the screen. We'll give you a reading, and then we'll send you on your merry way. Even if your name is not Mary. It's that easy. You just have to get past your comfort zones, come on the show. So, lovely people, who would like a reading?
Angelita, for yourself at this moment, grab yourself your cards, count, give them a good shuffle, count to 21. Don't ask any particular questions. Just count to 21, and the 21st card, read it for yourself.
And
Hi, Emma.
my 21st card is Show the World the Real Emma. That's an interesting card. I wonder what that means. Ah, Emma Tompkins is here. Is that? See, card just said, "Come on the show, Emma." You saw it, even though it's sort of partly invisible. I'm pretty sure that's where it was written. Yeah, laugh out loud. How convenient, Emma. Classic deflection there. Come on. Mate, you seen the state of the world? World doesn't care. Yeah, right.
There is no world.
My guides are telling me not to go on. Well, it's funny you should say that, Paula. On this show, you need to come on the show to get a reading. You better be quick because we're not going to be around much longer.
Time is what time is. Wait.
Oh, the High Priestess. Is it inverted? Intuition. Understand the mystery. Straight up. Got 2 shots straight up.
In my younger days, I used to go out, and to start the night, I'd do 3 shots, flaming Lamborghini, and then wash it down with a Crown. Knight of Cups. There you go. Oh yeah.
It's my brother watching. Coffee.
Okay, Angelina. Now, what does that mean for you? So with you, Mandy, since you pulled out the High Priestess, what does that mean for you? Your own interpretations, because that's what's relevant. Oh yeah, I've been there, done that. I remember them a lot. Actually, no, I don't remember them.
Yeah, if you remember them, you weren't doing enough.
I know.
Paula, you must come on the show. Would you like to come on the show? You have to come on the show to get a reading.
Come on, Emma. Be my victim. I'll be gentle.
And then I'll take off my hat and you can see finally what's underneath my beanie. Just my head. Nothing special. Oh, dear God, Angelita. Dear God. Really? You got too much personal growth happening. You got no time for love, girl. It's game on.
Balance your energies.
Angelita. The next guy that's going to have an interest in you.
Veronica, to get a reading, you need to come onto the show. Come on live.
Angelita. There's a guy hovering around somewhere that likes you, but you know what? He thinks you're too good for him. And he's got all this stuff in his head why you will reject him. So he doesn't want to approach you. So there's a guy around that likes you somewhere. But if you better find him because he won't find you. He'll be looking. Just check anyone who's staring at you from the corner of the room. Because there's someone around. There's a bloke around, but he hasn't. He thinks you're way out of his league. He hasn't got the guts to ask you out.
Anyone that's staring at it?
And be careful that you don't miss it. Because you'll have to push this. You'll have to push it. Because you're looking all around the place for other stuff. You might overlook this guy. But there's possible chemistry there. But you're going to have to pinpoint him. Of course I'm spot on. That's what I do. I hate love readings. That's why I'm so good at them. It's funny you should ask that, Paula. These cards. I hate using these cards. These are the silliest. This is one of the silliest decks ever made. Silly deck. What's her name? Doreen Virtue? Dear God. Does she make cards?
Yeah, just an interesting word, Angelita. He doesn't hate them. He dislikes them.
I don't hate them. I'm just raising up. See, there's the attraction there, but look, once again, worth waiting for. Getting to know each other inverted. You're going to make the first move.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Angelina, you're going to make the first move. Otherwise, he's, yeah. Do. Love reading. Da, 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 love reading. So, first move card. Oh, just the getting to know each other card was inverted. So, okay. Hello, how you going?
Oh shit! Oh hi.
How you going?
This
What's your name?
Paula.
Hey, Paula, how you going?
Pretty good. I can't see today. Nervous.
Where are you from, Paula?
South Dakota, USA.
What's it like there? What's the weather like?
Hot.
Okay. Yeah, we're just we're at the start of spring in Adelaide, Australia.
Oh, that's
So-
hot water. Yes.
It's not hot. It's not cold. Yeah, a little bit cold at night. Sun's warm. Okay. I will start right. This is Paula.
Hello, Paula.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Paula, can I ask you just focus on your heart chakra, please?
Yeah. Here.
Okay, at the moment, Paula. I'm getting a circle. I'm getting a circle of worry. Just continually. It seems as soon as you get into a good spot, something else will creep in.
Yep.
And then you'll go back to the old ways. Then you put on the positive, and go, look, I got to be positive. I got to be positive. And at the moment, this is all. This comes down to flexibility and belief systems. It comes down to a multiple of things. At the moment, there seems to be a really rigid belief system of, well, things have to be this way, things have to be that way. And what happens is it feels like you're telling. We have all these conversations inside our mind saying, okay, look, this should work out that way, that should work out this way. And, we do that. That's all fine and a problem. But there seems to be too many. This is coming down to a rigidity where if there's something you don't understand or there's something doesn't work out the way you want, you're like, yeah, no, that's not happening. That's good. That can't work. We can't go over there. There seems to be a lot of inflexibility. And then what happens is this. When we have this mindset, instead of being neutral and just going, okay, look, let's just let things see how they turn out. It feels like you're trying to tighten your grip around a lot of stuff in your life at the moment, and what it's doing is it seems to be bringing you into reaction mode. Okay, well, you're going to snap, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and the problem is when we come into reaction mode and we become rigid like that, is what happens is we start looking for other avenues to bring some calmness into our life, whether it be chocolate or having a drink, or just we just look for gratification somewhere else. It could be just watching Netflix, but we get in these zones. But at the moment it all comes down. It comes down to just letting go, because I got the Peacekeeper card here. Like, let go of the need to be right. The reason we do this is not about who's right or wrong. That's so far away from the truth, all right? But people get caught up on all that sort of stuff. But what happens is when we feel the need to be right or say that's right or that's wrong, what happens is we have a point of view, and when we have a point of view, we're looking from a limited vantage point on things of what they are. And that's what we want to do. Is that's why we get it. That's why a lot of people, you hear people talk about getting out of judgment, acting like we're getting out of judgment. The whole thing about getting out of judgment is not because we're judging another person. Okay, you can judge them till the cows come home. Do whatever you want. But what happens is when we got a judgment, we get attached to a point of view. And when we get attached to a point of view, we only see something from one perspective. Okay, and that becomes narrow-minded. Everyone does it. We all do it. We all do it all the time. So the point is just at the moment, it's not to go right or wrong, or they did this, they did that. At the moment, for you, it's just to take that step back out of your mind and start to see things for what they are.
Yes.
Okay, because it feels like it feels like this is how we get walls up. It feels like you put walls up, and when walls get up, we put barriers up, and when we put barriers up, then we haven't got an effing clue what's really going on. We think we do, but we're only seeing it from a point of view. We don't see it from all perspectives, because people have their own reasons. And when this is the whole point, is when people detach and get out of judgment, then we can start to see things just for what they are, and it gives us more options. So many more options. And not only does it give us more options, when we start to see things like that, we start to understand that we stop taking things so personally. Why do we take things so personally? Because we know that what they're carrying on about and why they did that is their own issue. It's got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's their own shit. Even though they're attacking, they're having a go at me, I'm like, oh, they must be upset about something. Yeah. Oh, they're stressed. Instead of going, how dare you say that about me? Just as an example. But at the moment, it feels like things are too rigid and there are walls up everywhere. And it seems it seems like there seems to be a lot of areas that are you just feel like you're butting heads everywhere, just butting heads with everyone. Okay, because at the moment I got the Shaolin Master, your main action card is saying you're in reaction mode. Something happens, you react to it. You react, and when we react, we're on autopilot. Okay, we're running on autopilot, and so this is not a good space to be in, because most people run on autopilot. And the problem with running on autopilot is when things don't change. The only thing, unless circumstances change, nothing changes. Okay, and it's
yes.
okay. So at the moment, it's all about taking time to look at what energy you're putting out things.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Quiet.
A little nervous. But,
No, that's okay.
but I do got a lot
Because-
on it. Yes, I do get on
Yes.
autopilot a lot.
And this all comes back to being present. That's another conversation. I'm sure Stathi might enlighten you on that.
I'm an overthinker.
Yes, and the problem with overthinking is overthinking
Mess.
creates indecision.
Yes.
And we have our self. Everyone has total clarity. Everyone has all the answers.
Yep.
But if you're an overthinker, you're not going to see it. You're not going to get that clarity. That's another discussion. But at the moment, there's so much stuff that you're holding on to that you need to start letting go of. You need to start letting go of yourself and retraining yourself at the moment. Okay, but this is all about being present in the moment. So I would advise that you get onto YouTube and you would look up how to be present, how to be in the moment, because at the moment you're on autopilot.
Yes. Yes.
With a bit of personality coming through here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we don't want to be that. Most people don't know what's going on, but realistically, most people aren't even control. They're not even in their bodies. They're not even in control of their lives, and they don't even know it.
Yeah, I know it, but I can't seem to take the autopilot off.
Well, what we do to take the autopilot off is we get out of our heads.
Right.
This is we get out of our heads, and how to get out of our heads is, well, meditation helps to start with that, to just help to free up space. But like when you go down to the beach and then you're just wiggling your toes in the sand, and then you just feel, you're not thinking words, you're just observing the feeling of the sand between your feet.
Right.
Okay, that's being present. When you're like, oh, did I leave that? And if you're doing it and you're going, oh, I'm going to get coffee in a minute. Have I got enough money in coffee? I better check my phone in a second. Then you're on auto. That's autopilot.
Right.
That serves a purpose. Don't get me wrong. We need to get inside our head to serve a purpose when we need to, but we tend to do it all the time with everything.
Right. I
And
got
we
so
miss-
much on me.
And that what happens is when things are happening and unfolding in front of us, we don't see them for what they are. We see them from a perspective. Okay, we've already started colouring in and dotting I's and rewriting the whole script somewhere else in our head as we're trying to have a conversation. We're not even present in the conversation.
I hear you.
Okay, but yeah, I really feel it's about you stop worrying and overthinking everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm so worried about family that I get so lost.
Yeah, it's hard. because this to come up, we can't help. I can't help you with protocols and stuff to help you, but you know that's not a that's more than that's not in this context on a reading show. I could
Right.
talk forever on those subjects, but yes, it's about you finding the tools that you need at the moment. Okay.
Exactly.
To
And I'm fighting
change
to
things up.
find them. I just don't know where to look.
Okay, well, get online. You got Joe Dispenza. You got a lot of people. You need to look up being present,
Yes,
being in the moment.
Definitely going to do that.
Okay.
I hate this.
No worries. Hopefully that helped you.
Okay. Thank you so much. You are so
You're
right.
welcome.
Exactly right, unfortunately.
The first thing I pick up, and I just feel a heavy heart. It's the heaviness around you. It's very hard. Heavy, sadness. Seems like you have so much on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
But at first, as I'm focusing on you, there's a lot of confusement. I couldn't even say which chakra to start with, and it's not because I can't see it. Where I would tell you to start with is just keeping your focus on your heart chakra. But that's not going to assist you because you need to get out of your head. You do overthink things. There's so much in your mind that's creating the heaviness for you. That sadness seems to be controlling you at this moment, and it's just that you have so much on your plate, you don't know how to deal with it.
Yes.
Your mind is confusement. It's this direction, that direction. I'm going here, I'm going there. Is this the right move? Should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? It's just all over the place. It's just everywhere. You're just. I had to sort of say stop to myself. Bring your focus at this moment, right now. Bring your focus to your heart chakra. Don't think about anything. Just focus on your heart chakra. Now, what I'd like you to do is take a deep breath. And to your count of 3, I want you to release it. Okay, now just focus on your breathing. Just focus on your breathing. Inhaling, exhaling, just normally. Just feel it. Just keep your focus there. Okay, now you can feel that calmness. You're not in your head, you're focusing. Now what will happen, what you're going to do, is keep your focus on your breathing. Every time you start to think, stop yourself. But this is where you are in control of this. No one else can do this for you. Yes, there are guided meditations there which can do this, but unless you have the focus for it, you're still going to go into your head. Every time you start to overthink, stop. Catch yourself. Stop yourself and just focus on your breathing. That's a good beginning. What you want to be doing is taking time out for yourself. You don't have to think about anything, and appreciate where you are in the moment. Walk barefoot, go to the beach, go to the sand, go and stand on grass, go into nature, and just appreciate what it is around you and be present in that space. You're the only person that can stop yourself from overthinking, but the way that you're going, what you constantly keep doing, which is just in here, trying to get answers. You want to know something, but you're not going to know anything because your head's not letting you know anything. Your head's just telling you this and it's telling you that, and do this and do that, and it's just everywhere. It just goes everywhere. There's just so much. Silence yourself. Find your calm, find your peace, find your center. And a good way to do that is taking time out for yourself, where you don't have to think about anyone other than the things that you want to do and enjoy them. Nature is a good place to start, where there's nothing around, no Wi-Fi, no phones, no nothing, trees, bush, plants, flowers. focus on those, appreciate them,
Yes.
and focus on your breathing. This is the only way I can tell you for now. Now, online, yes, you will find a lot of meditation classes. You'll find a lot of information on the chakras, and get to understand them for what they represent and how they work with you. You are out of alignment, and I can sit here and tell you focus on your solar plexus, your sacral, your base. But your heart is also that heaviness that you're carrying, that sadness. Yeah, that's why you're overthinking things, because there is a lot of sadness around you.
Yes.
You're holding on to a lot of that which was. It's not at this moment, but it happened. You don't seem to want to let it go. It starts with that as well. Letting go and accepting that everything that happened yesterday is exactly how it's supposed to happen. We can't change what happened. What we can change is how we start to do things. We can change our way of thinking. As you start to think more positive and accepting that this is how things are now. That's which happened. It's not happening right now. And that is something that you need to start looking at. It has happened. It's not happening. Right. What is happening? Focus on that. Keep your focus in the present. Look around you. This is what is happening now. This is what is in front of you. Don't worry about what's going to come tomorrow. Yes, we do need to focus on our tomorrows, as people seem to do constantly. But that is not happening at this moment. What is in your surroundings at this moment? What is around you at this moment? That is where your focus is to be. Don't try to change it. Just accept it for what it is. Focus on your breathing. Stop focusing too much in your head. Stop worrying about things that are out of your control. And things might calm down, but it is all up to you. And at this moment, your head is just full of things. Things, that's all I want to call them, is things. So take time for yourself. Find that 10 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour if you can. And increase it from 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
Right.
Start increasing the time you take for yourself. Keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself in the present moment. This is where you'll find your peace. Not in your head, not in tomorrow, not what happened yesterday, not what could possibly happen, but what is happening right this moment.
Yes.
Don't have anything else. Now, one thing that I will say to you is look into chakras, get to understand them, how they're associated to your body. Because all of the things that are happening to you body-wise are because you are out of alignment. You're too far away from yourself. You remove yourself from yourself because you think that some other time will be better than this time.
Mm-hmm.
And that other time is always going to be out of reach. So what is in reach is you here now, in this moment, as you're aware of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am dealing with so much. You know, my daughter, she's on a bad road. I had to adopt her son, and it's just weighing so hard on me.
Yes.
And I don't know which direction to go. And I'm like, but this helped and see what I need to do and have to do, you know, and stop.
You have to stop. You have to bring yourself here. What can you do? What can you do?
Right.
What you are doing is not assisting you because all you're doing is worrying.
Yes. That's all I do nonstop.
Yes, which is keeping that heaviness on you, which is giving you a closed heart. That heaviness on your heart, that's what it is. You know, what is it that you can do? When you can start focusing on what you can do and doing what you can do, things will shift. But at this moment, you're trying to, it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. It's not what you're doing.
I hear you.
Yeah. It's like, you know, how sometimes we're like, I haven't got enough time because I can never get the kid to sleep. Well, then when we look at things for what they are, instead of worrying what we can't do, I can't get this kid to sleep, we stop worrying. And then when we, as Stathi said, when you come from the heart space, then we start to see things for what they are. Then things start to open up. You go, wait a second. You might say, okay, well, he's eating too late at night and he's overstimulated with TV just before he goes to bed. So there might, okay, what can I do? I might be able to change some things.
Right. And it's been so
just-
hard because I've been dealing with like 6 deaths here just recent, and then
Yep.
my daughter being an addict, and then having to raise her grandson, and my son at 16 has just been so overbearing, and I'm like taking all the pain and absorbing it for everybody and driving myself nuts.
You have to make a stand for yourself. You have to start taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I'm always
to
worried
find
about
that-
everybody else, and not me.
It's not that we don't worry about others, but if we're not taking care of ourselves, it doesn't matter how much we worry for the others. It's ourselves that suffer
Yes,
consequences of it.
amen. Yes, I totally understand. I'm glad I came here because I needed this.
Yep.
And I so appreciate you guys. I do. I really do. Even though I look goofy and nervous.
It's all good.
Most welcome.
Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
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 Was there anyone else who would like to come on? Last call. If you would like a reading, you must come on the show. That's the link. It's been put into the chat. So if you'd like to click on that, you can come all the way to Australia via the ether of the internet. So does that mean? Well, people don't get to subscribe if you like the show and follow and set up for notifications. Facebook's always changing it, so double check your notifications. Click it on and click it back. Click it on and click it back off, which you can get through YouTube, Intuitive Focus, or you can get it on Healing with Stathi page or Intuitive Focus page. And people, if you're feeling ungrounded and you're always overwhelmed by the energies of others that you're taking on, you might need one of these. Very powerful tools. And there'll be people in the crowd that have them. Angelita's got one.
Well, Angelita just mentioned she's water. Have yourself a drink of water. Sit down, find some peace. Be present. There's a lot more that occurs that doesn't get spoken about, and it is assisting, it is positive. Just drink some water.
Yeah, where's my Brooke? Yeah.
There you go. It was going to come out at some point.
Yes.
Guys, every Monday night we are here, Brooke and I. And Brooke has a show on Thursday, Intuitive Focus. It has Feels Like Sunday on Sundays with guest readers. I have my show on Friday nights at 8:30 Melbourne time. I do not do readings, I'll make that clear. It is more of a meditation, more of a healing aspect of it. So join us there. Click on if our lovely assistant manager or manager, I shouldn't even call it assistant, personal manager, personal assistant, so I don't know. Our boss, Cindy, posts
Man,
pages
she's
up.
like whip. She's like got a whip, man. She's cracking us.
Yeah, she keeps us on our toes. She keeps us going.
You know, it's funny. Stathi says he doesn't do readings, but if he sees something, he'll tell you.
Well, is that a real bird? Is that a real bird? Which bird? If you're speaking about Brooke, no, there's no birds here.
Bird.
No, I think it's on your screen. I think it's your microphone actually.
Oh, this. What?
Yeah, it fades in and out. So if Cindy can put here on the Stathi page up the link for it, please. And Intuitive Focus. I think we're in the Brooke calls them the show notes in overview. It's overview when I look at it.
Everything's there. And Stathi's, I'll show you Stathi's shows.
She's sacked, mate.
She's sacked, man. It's not even full, that coffee.
There's no coffee in that mug.
Yeah, that just didn't seem right. See, that's the 3D matrix, man. It's an illusion.
It is like a second head, isn't it?
Oh, you're all funny now, Angelina. Now you're not on screen. Yeah, that's it. Huddled in the corner with your phone, drinking like those 2 glasses of water. You did have 2 glasses of water, didn't you? You said water, water. I assume that meant 2.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. And people, there's always my shows when I find the ad. Yeah. I got the new ad. Man, it took for me to ever to feel those two flares going around till they hit each other. Oh, man, you know how many flares I went through to film that? Yeah, it was animated. None.
No.
So, is there anyone else who would like to come on the show? Oh yeah, right. You wish. You wish. What are you saying? Are you saying you can't give an accurate reading? Because the trolls, they can give accurate readings. Inbox me for an accurate reading. I've tried, man. They don't even give you a reading. They don't give you nothing. They get you to sign up for crap. Subscribe to something. You never get a reading off of them. So,
well, the boss has spoken.
last call.
Uh, 10 more minutes. Let's make it an even 3. No one comes on by then.
Okay, someone there is sitting there double guessing about coming on, and their card is what is inverted. I don't know. The card is communication is the key. If you're too scared to come on and communicate, there's not a lot we can do. Not a lot we can do at all. Last call, people.
Last
Go
call.
there.
I'll probably be up for another few hours, but still last call.
Oh yeah, I've got at least two episodes of.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. Coffee.
Come on, people. I've got pouches to make. I can't be sitting here reading all day.
Yes, Angelina. It is water. Water. Flavored water called coffee. So I'll make a thermos. Well, I have a thermos here, so I don't have to keep going in and out of the kitchen.
Me, the kitchen is just like 3 steps from me. I'm in the lounge.
Yes, hot water. Water is very important. Without water, I would not be able to make my coffee.
Yes. And without water, they would have not been able to make that movie Waterworld.
You're welcome, Paul. This is what we do. I'm not here to play games. I'll tell you what I sense. Brooke will tell you what he sees. We both tell you as it is. I'm not going to fib around. I'm not going to tell you everything is going to be love and light and everything is going to be perfect. I have no interest in any of that.
That's it. Sending love and light. Well, you don't know the Australian Postal Service. That's not going to happen. Was that Emma?
Yeah, I saw your fire. I saw pictures the other day. I get jealous. I've had that as well. I used to do the same thing. Canara. Every place I've lived except for where I am now has had a Canara. I do miss that. I miss the smell of wood burning. I miss the visual of the fire. I've had open fires, Canaras.
I'll be over at my friend's place, all right, and it'll be in the middle of the day, and the sun's sort of getting cooler.
Yeah.
And they got like a ton of firewood, enough, 3 years of firewood. And I'm like, hey, you got any objection if I get the fire going? They're like, oh no, that's okay. I don't care, man. I'll rock up. I'll get the fire going. It's getting cold in here.
Nothing beats a fire.
You got plenty of wood. Here, let me get it going. I'll bring some wood in and get it going for you. There you go. There's a pile of wood set for the night. Fire up. Get it going.
I don't need to burn my Palo Santo, thank you very much, Cindy. I want a fire. Next place I'm in, I've got to have a fireplace. Canara.
Oh, if I had that much Palo Santo, I would burn it in a fireplace. I wouldn't care.
Oh, give me the treat.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with well, I've sent you some sandalwood seeds. But maybe that's why sandalwood is such a good is so good for clearing. Is a really strong clearer. Because you have to grow it with a host tree. So it's always a variation.
Hmm.
I think someone.
Oh yeah. About $5,000 to get a really good one these days, Emma.
Really good what?
A wood oven. They're amazing. They are amazing, those things. The food comes out the taste of it is very different as well. And it does the same thing. When I was in Greece, my uncle, they pretty much the whole house is set up the way that's set up. But the kitchen was with a wood oven. So wintertime, it did two things. It kept the whole place warm and they would cook in it as well. So it's like having an open fire constantly. Yeah, I've looked into them.
What about the old ones?
They had an old one.
The old wood ovens.
Yeah. Well, the new ovens today are based on the old ones. They look very similar. Even the
I had
style.
someone try to give me one a few years ago for doing a bit of work for them. But I just couldn't be... It weighed a ton, man. I couldn't be buggered. I had nowhere to lug it.
Good night, man. They do. They weigh a ton. But they're great. They're amazing. And yeah, it does two things. It keeps the place warm, constantly warm. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. Stop it, Emma. You can continue. I'm going to drag you in here.
Yeah, Emma. That's not fair. I mean, I'm just stuck at my place. The dive that I live in. Doing it hard, just like everyone else.
And get my backpack and start hitchhiking. I'll get there eventually, Emma. Kick you out of there and take over. Oh, cool. Okay, peoples, 3 more minutes. If you come on, probably more than that, but what we got?
Night, Mandy. Seems to be a weird apparition in front of my piano. Oh, wait a sec. There it is.
You know that's not his house, don't you, Angela?
Have I got any backgrounds that have got a part of my house?
I've been to his house.
Well, that's part of my house. That's on the table. Oh, not anymore. Okay. Well, Let's call it.
Oh, go on. Give me 1 minute and 30 seconds.
What? Oh, Brooke, don't you, Wessex, did I miss something? Oh, Brooke, do you play? Play what?
The piano.
Oh, no, I play guitar. I play lead guitar, bass, drums.
You enjoy your day, Paula. Good night, Emma. What are you doing up late anyway? You're a night owl anyway. I know that much.
Yeah, where's my pictures? Save pictures, they're not in there.
Okay, Billy Bob.
Okay.
It's 2:59. It's close enough. Okay, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, Thursdays, Fridays, Sundays, and Mondays, you'll find us. Click on our links.
Yep.
Dealing with Stathi, Intuitive Focus. I'm going to say hello. Friday nights, come. I'll harass you all as we harass everyone every other night. Enjoy.
Yep.
Go.
I was just going to say, just remember on this show, people, there's no love and light. We give you the truth. There we roll.
What didn't you know, Emma? Cool, I did not know that. Yes, you are a night owl. I know that much.
Being a night owl must be a real hoot. Is that too soon, Emma?
Okay, people.
Okay, people. See you later. Bye.
Bye.